The first step to becoming a processing wizard is to get processing up and running. So let's see how to install processing. This is the Macintosh version of the video. If you're running Windows, please see the Windows version. This URL is really all you need to know, processing.org/download. The procedure for installing processing is identical to the procedure for any other programs you get over the web, but let's take it in steps. The page at processing.org/download always makes available to you the most recent version of processing. It's telling us right now that the most recent version, as of this video, is version 1.2.1, released on 14 July 2010. That's the version I've used in all of the course videos. You'll probably see a newer version, released on a more recent date, and that's great. Newer versions are almost always completely compatible with older ones, so everything we do in this course should still work. The option that we want is the one labeled Mac OS X. So let's click on that, and we get the standard Macintosh download file dialog. I want to save the file, and it's showing me that my default location is my desktop. Well, that sounds good to me, so I'll select OK. When the download is complete, I have a file on my desktop called processing-1.2.1.dmg. If you're familiar with downloading software on the Mac, you've seen this DMG business a million times. It basically means you have to double-click on the icon to get at its contents. So let's double-click on it. In response, the Macintosh creates a new icon for us called Processing. But that's not actually the processing program. It's really just a virtual disk that holds the processing program. Our next step is to double-click on this icon. So I'll double-click on it, and we get the standard Macintosh installation process. Now we choose processing by clicking on it and holding, and drag it into the applications folder. In this window, for convenience, they're even giving us a shortcut to applications, which is great. So you left-click on the processing icon and drag it on top of applications. When you see a little green plus sign show up, let go. Now I'm not going to actually do it because I've already installed processing and I don't want to overwrite my installation, but I'll start the process. I'll left-click on the processing icon and hold it down. I'll drag, there's my plus sign, and now I'm going to abort it because I don't want to install it again. If I let go, processing would have installed. Now processing is installed. You can run processing by going to your applications folder and choosing processing. Or if you're like me, you'll stick it into your dock so you can open it quickly. Once the installation is complete, close the installation box and drag your download and installation icons into the trash. Now that processing is installed, let's make sure it's running okay. Start by running processing. And here's our default processing window. This is just like the one you're going to see, except I've made the size of the text bigger when I type so you can see it more easily. We'll write a simple one-line program to print "Hello World" in the black area at the bottom of the window. Type in this little one-line program exactly the way I'm typing it. First, there's the word print, all in lowercase. You'll notice that processing turned it orange. Well, that's an automatic thing and we'll talk about it later. So type print, all in lowercase, an open parenthesis, a double quote, and "Hello World." And we'll put an exclamation point at the end for fun. Then comes another double quote. Note that it's not the single quote character, it's the double. Then the close parenthesis and the semicolon. Now I know there's a lot of weird stuff there, but soon enough that's all going to be second nature to you. For now, just type it in exactly the way I typed it. Now move your cursor over this button, the circle with a triangle in it. That's the Run button, and it will run your program. So let's click. You'll notice that the Run button turns orange, and then two more things happen. First, processing creates a graphics window for us, and here it is. It's just a little gray square right now, but ultimately that will hold all of our drawings. Processing makes one of these for you every time you run one of your programs, whether you're producing graphics or not. Second, and more important for us right now, the words "Hello World" have been printed out at the bottom of the window. Success! Now that our program is running, let's close it down. we have two equal options. The first is to close the graphics window. That will cause the program to stop. Just click on the red X. The alternative is to click on the Stop button in the processing window. They both mean stop the program. So I'm going to click on this one, the program stops, and we're ready to move on to the next video. If you have any problems at all replicating what I just did, first make sure your program is typed exactly the way mine is. If you're sure you have it typed in right, then maybe something went wrong during your download or unzipping. I suggest simply repeating the installation procedure from the top. Throw away the processing files, drag them all into your recycle bin, go back to processing.org/download, download it again, unzip it again, and run it again. That should work. If that doesn't do the trick and you're enrolled in the class, you can of course contact me and we'll work it out together. But if it's 3 in the morning or you want to get things working right away, you have other options. Of course, you can always ask a friend and maybe your friend can help. If that doesn't solve the problem, an alternative is the processing forum. Go to the main page at processing.org, locate the forum button, and click there. You'll find tons of messages from lots of people. You can search in the forum using the search box, and maybe you can find someone who's had the same problem you're having, and there might even be a response that tells you how to resolve it. If you can't find anything that helps, you can create a new account on the forum by going to Sign In and then post a new message. There's also a wiki on the processing.org page, and you can search through that too. Congratulations on successfully downloading and installing processing.